Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles Snyder. I'm the owner of Charles E. Snyder III Marketing, and I am the Marketing Ninja. Haven't done one of those for a while. Today, got a couple similar questions over the last week or so that all basically deal with how do you find people on the internet for your business, your product, your service, brand awareness, whatever the case may be. The general question is how do you get people, how do you get your name, how do you get your business out in front of people on the internet? The biggest thing is you have to know your audience. Number one, that's the biggest thing is you have to know who your audience is. You have to really niche down. Even with marketing every business needs marketing, especially direct response marketing. The old saying goes, if you try to please everyone, you're not going to please anyone. Well, the same thing kind of applies with your business, my business, everyone's business, is you can't please everyone and you can't please them all the time. So what you have to do is you have to really narrow down your focus. And this seems counterintuitive from what we're taught as going to school and what you read on in a lot of marketing articles, business articles and stuff, is you try and appeal to the broadest audience possible. Well, that seems to be the thing to do, but it's not what you really want to do. And again, that goes back to really niching down in your market. Specifically, and I'll talk about my experiences because that's what I know. I'm very familiar with two industries. One is the fire service, and the other one is as a mobile DJ. I was a mobile DJ for almost as long as I was a firefighter. Part of being a mobile DJ, I focused mostly on weddings. So I did other types of events, but I was really focused on weddings. Also had a little bit of an aspect in there where I was doing karaoke as well. But anyway, the moral of the story is my business now, since the beginning of the year, I've been really starting to dial it in to focus on those two areas of my expertise, is because I know those industries. I was in those industries. I was a firefighter for 30 years. I was a mobile DJ for like 25, 27 years, something like that. So both of them I have a fair amount of experience in both aspects there. So what I have to do is I have to really niche down my information, my targeting, my marketing, and who I'm speaking to, because speaking to firefighters is a lot different than speaking to DJs. And with that being said, that also, that prompted some of the changes that I've made in, the domain name for the business, the rebranding of the business last year when we got started with all this. And even the content, you'll notice more of the content has kind of segued in that direction. And you may have not been aware of who I was talking to, but in my mind, I was keeping that aspect in the back of my mind, because a lot of those questions that I've been addressing in these 5 Minutes with Charles videos has come from mobile DJs. There's been a few from the fire, the fire service aspect of it, but most of it has been coming from the mobile DJ industry. Guys who go out and do what I was doing for just, as many years. A lot of them have been doing it for a lot longer. And some of them have some very successful businesses. But the bottom line is, even, for DJs or firefighters or anyone for that matter, when you're, the same thing goes for your service. If you're focusing on, if you want to do like weddings, for example, as a DJ, if you want to focus on handling wedding receptions, the actual weddings themselves, engagement parties, stuff like that, there's a very specific set of things you need to do. You need, number one, you need to appeal to a bride. That's a niche. Most brides, and again, this is generally speaking, but most brides, you would think, they're female. They're between the ages of, say 21 and 40 at now, or, and hopefully you're keeping track of those aspects of it, because there's a very different way that you speak to women between the ages of 25 and 35 than what you do to, firefighters who are between the ages of 30 and 50. It's two very different audiences, two extremely different examples of how you talk to different types of crowds. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm niching down, I'm talking to DJs, and I'm talking to the fire service. There's kind of a little bit of both in there, but there's two, even those two industries are very different from the other. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing, working on your video, working on your Mac, your marketing, the content on your website, your social media. Speak to your ideal customer, not to everybody. Speak to your ideal customer. If your ideal customer are brides to be in the 25 to 35 age bracket, you need to focus your content, everything you do, on women of that age bracket, because there's a very specific way you talk to them. I'm over my 5-minute mark, so I got a lot of work to do. I'm working on a lot of other stuff. There's, again, I'm going to keep on track with doing at least one of these 5 minutes with video, Charles videos each week. So stay tuned. Check out the website, the banner down at the bottom. Do you want more customers? Of course you want more customers. Everybody wants more customers. Well, there's only one way really to get that: direct response marketing. I can help you with that. My company can help you with that. Charles E. Snyder III Marketing.